Okay, so what? It's been about 2 weeks, and we apologize for that, but we thought we'd come back big with the 1981 horror thriller, The Prowler, which was directed by Joe Zito, makeup effects by Tom Savini. So with those two, both of them worked on Friday the 13th Part 4, and even our final girl, Vicky Dawson, she looks like Amy Steele, who played Ginny in Friday the 13th too. She's the one that put the machete through Jason's shoulder.
That's right.
So with all these kind of Friday the 13th connections going on, you'd think this would be, like a Friday the 13th clone, right?
Yeah.
This is a dollar store version of My Bloody Valentine. And I say that with all respect to Tom Savini, because he's really the only thing that saves us is his makeup effects, because this is very,
talents
very, very generic.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you have ever seen the original My Bloody Valentine, we're getting to it, but you thought, man, this needs to pick up the pace. Come on.
Yep.
This is even worse.
Yeah.
This movie is 89 minutes long. There's something on my glasses, sorry. 89 minutes long, and you feel it.
Yeah, there was a lot of parts where I was just sitting there twirling my hair, going, okay.
The scene... Okay, I'm jumping the gun. I'm going to give you, a frame by frame. But the scene where he's calling the sheriff out of town, because the sheriff's on vacation, to come back to town to help with this murder, because I think they only know of one murder at this point in time.
Daisy.
The dog's upstairs, sorry. The deputy calls the hotel. The hotel picks up. This is literally 4-minute scene of this guy just going, I'll check on his room. And
sits there, yeah,
makes noise in the background to make it look like he's checking. And we are going through this every second of every minute with this.
And then he's like, all right, well, I'm just going to chew my jaw.
Yeah.
Blech.
And she says, again, switching around. Again, I'm going to go through the plot, I promise. She's at the dance and she gets this stuff spilled on her. And she goes, I'm going home to change. We're going home with her. We're not cutting to the next scene at her, I assume, dorm.
That was honest to God painful. The whole part.
We are going on this walk with her now. It makes it seem like it's only 1 or 2 blocks away. But then the back and forth from the party to the dorm, they literally need a Jeep to get there. Even when they're going to the neighbor across the street, the Major's place, we need a Jeep to get there.
Let's be fair. Where it was filmed.
We're getting to that.
Hold on. Let me finish. Where it was filmed, to get from point A to point B, you do need a car. But I'll get to that in a few minutes.
Yes. So here's the plot of The Prowler, 1981, not to be confused with the 1951 The Prowler or The Prowler from the Spider-Man movies. In 1945, when the troops are coming home, they're having a dance for the troops. One of the troops got a Dear John letter in the mail. If you don't know what a Dear John letter is, you're young. You're real young. A Dear John letter is basically breaking up with you through a letter.
Yep.
There's even a sitcom about it called Dear John. So he gets a letter from his now ex-girl, Rosemary?
Mary, yep.
I was going to say Rosemary. Rosemary, she goes to the dance with this other guy. Was he wearing a military uniform when he went in, and then he switched to a tux?
I don't know, no, because they showed up in that car.
Because all you saw was the back of her head in a purple dress.
She was looking for that dude that she left with.
Okay,
that other girl.
Okay.
So, there was...
This is the problem when you hire actresses that look alike. I'm going to go, wasn't that her?
She was also wearing a pink dress, too.
Not only that, the 2 roommates, our main girl, Vicky Dawson, her roommate looks dead like her, but is a redhead.
Yeah.
So stop doing that. Anyway, Rosemary leaves with this other rich, hoity-toity guy.
Yeah.
He was the jackass the whole time.
Well, she got out of that other
He's on
car.
screen for 4 minutes, and all he can talk about is money, money, money. My dad has more money than him. Come on, let's go bang in this gazebo. Money, money, money. Come on, it's me. It's going to be okay. Money, money, money.
Pretty much.
And then the Prowler in 1940s military fatigues with a pitchfork for some reason. Pitchfork's never explained.
I was
stabs through them, stabs through him, but he's on top of her. She's screaming, and I will give this because I've never actually seen this in a movie before this. He actually steps on the pitchfork to go through him into her,
Yep.
killing both of them. This is the My Bloody Valentine connection. Because of that event, there hasn't been a party in this town, Avalon, for the past 30 years. Explain why it's called Avalon. Where does it take place, really?
Cape May, New Jersey, which
by the way, sorry to interrupt, is another Friday the 13th connection because...
Oh, Voorhees, New Jersey.
Not only Voorhees, New Jersey, but where they filmed Camp Crystal Lake scenes, and the first one was in North Jersey.
Okay, but Cape May is South Jersey.
It's
the
still another
southernmost
connection with all this Friday the 13th stuff, and instead of getting a Friday the 13th clone, we get a freaking
And
My
yet
Bloody
you still
Valentine's Day
hate
clone.
Jersey.
Jersey sucks. It's Jersey.
Shut
They
your
know
mouth.
what they did.
Shut your
I'm from
mouth.
Philly. Hi.
Anywho,
But yes, it's
Cape
actually
May, New
Cape
Jersey.
May. Everything in here is Cape May. We see. I showed her something about this movie on the internet.
Yes.
So she goes, "That's Cape May. That's Cape May. That's Cape May."
I know that place. I know that place.
So the whole reason for watching this movie, I was going to wait till the end to say this, but we'll say it now. Is everything in this movie is in Cape May. Cape May is not a very large town, so Scary here knows. It's like, I know that. I've been there. I used to work there. I know that cemetery. That is not that anymore. That is an art gallery throughout the whole movie.
And also, another thing that I noticed, they ripped out all the meters, all the things, all the poles were still there.
You were
all the
giddy
meters,
at that.
Because it's Cape May. And
they
like
ripped out all the parking meters, and you're like, see that pole there? That's a parking meter. See that one there? That's the parking meter.
But, so, like, they don't know. You know. But they don't know. I am from Philadelphia, but my mom had a house in Cape May that we went to all the time. So, like, as a kid, I spent a lot of time in Cape May, the city of Cape May, the island of Cape May, and I know every place. It's such a small town. Like, you can't not know.
The main building in this is the
It is the Cape May Inn,
and
also the Emlyn Physic Estate.
Yes.
And
you told me a story about that. I'm not forgetting the story on that.
No, that was the other house that was behind. That they were like walking past. And I said, oh my God, that house. But I can't tell that story here. You also saw parts of the Cape May Mall, the when they were running down the steps, when she was going down the back of that building. And I said, that's behind the Cape May Mall.
Oh.
Yeah. So there was like different things, and then they also showed the Congress Inn where Abraham Lincoln once stayed.
Nice. And I know, again, I'm getting back to the plot, the pool scene, you were trying to figure out.
God, I was sitting there trying to figure
out. I know whose backyard that is.
No, I did not know whose backyard it was, but I was still sitting there going, oh my God, where's that pool? I've seen this pool.
But at this point, we're out of the 1940s, and it's 1980 on the dot. There hasn't been a party in this town since. That is the connection with My Bloody Valentine, is this massacre took place on Valentine's Day in 20, 30 years ago, something like that. I can't remember the exact date. But now they're having Valentine's Day. Now they're having another party for this graduating class. They're having the party. The sheriff has to go out of town. I thought we agreed no spoilers, you.
I didn't say anything.
Vacation, it's a fishing trip, but also medical leave?
Sure. Yeah.
Look, it was...
I don't know, man.
Farley Granger, who was in 2 Alfred Hitchcock movies. He was in Strangers on the Train and Ropes. So I'm pretty sure that's why they only got him for 10 minutes in this movie. When you have Hitchcock on your resume, yeah, I'll give you 10 minutes in this film.
Sure,
Bye.
10 minutes.
He leaves the deputy in charge of this party, basically saying it's a graduation party. It's just going to be drunk kids. You can handle that. Basically making Cape May like this instead of like this. That only one cop can patrol it.
Honestly, one cop could control Cape May.
Patrol. Not control.
Whatever.
Yes, one cop's going to control all of Cape May.
Although, no, it's funny. Like, you see 3 cop cars down there, and it's like, oh, something big must be going on. The whole patrol is there. 3 cars.
But we get right in.
It's that much of a small town.
You see the girls dressing for their dance. You don't really see the guys dressing for their dance because you could literally rearrange these guys and no one would know the difference. But you also see the Prowler suiting up. The girl in the shower, because there's always that one girl in the shower, she's getting the longest shower I've ever seen. Yes, she was naked, yes. Her boyfriend shows up, who has the greatest line, too. He opens up the shower door on her, and she tries to close it, and he goes, "Aren't you going to invite me in?" And she goes, "How fast can you get undressed? Time me."
I'm not
And we get
going to insert commentary here.
Third kill, which is one of the best kills in the movie.
Yeah.
Which is the baton through the head, coming out the throat, the eyes gouging out, like rolling in the back of the head, gouging out. Very good effects. Again, Tom Savini.
Mm-hmm.
It's great effects. Kills him, goes into the shower. Remember, he's dressed like this. Opens the shower door, shoves the pitchfork.
She thinks it's him. She thinks it's the boyfriend.
She thinks it's the boyfriend, shoves the pitchfork in her. Again, good effects. It cuts from the far shot. Yeah, you can see she's holding onto the pitchfork, but then when it does up close, and it looks like it's
goes
going
into
in,
her.
and you actually hear, if you pay attention, the scraping of the tiles, the shower tiles, behind her. Both are dead. He leaves a rose, and at this point in time, main girl, Vicky Dawson, I can't remember what her name is.
Doesn't matter at this point.
Main final girl, it's Vicky Dawson, that's the actress's name. She comes back from the party because the biatch at the party threw a drink on her.
Yeah, because she was trying to steal her dude.
Because she was trying to steal with the deputy who the main girl wants. Comes in, changes her clothes, thinks it's still these two having fun in the shower, doesn't go in the bathroom.
No.
Changes her outfit, goes
Shuts
to leave.
the door.
Yeah, goes to leave. This is why if you're going to kill someone, at least wait a minute to make sure everything's clear. Soon as she leaves, the killer leaves. And he's not being subtle about his walking. He's clunking around everywhere. She sees him. Boring chase ensues.
Oh my god. And I was just like,
It's a lock on a window.
Yeah.
Click.
Yeah, and it was like a hook and eye, too.
Yeah.
And then, but also, too, another thing that I was thinking when that was happening, because the salt air down there really swells the wood, and... Shut up. And the
this
door
is where
was
we go
stuck.
off track right here, folks.
The door was stuck, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that is a problem down there.
It doesn't get stuck for 5 minutes, though.
That's all I was thinking was, yeah, that is a problem down there. But
When she gets out, she runs down the back of the building and runs into our red herring, the major, who lives in the house. I shouldn't say building, I should say house.
That house.
Across the way. And he's the red herring because he's the major from World War II. Oh, this killer was in World War II. This killer's now. It has to be him. He's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And he had a stroke, and the makeup they do on him...
Wasn't bad.
You only see him a little bit, but it's clear this dude had a stroke, and he's not going anywhere. And then, guess what happens? He goes somewhere. Is that him? No, it's not.
That's that other guy in the wheelchair.
Because he's there, he doesn't die.
I love
he's
how...
there, and then he's just gone.
But I also love how the sheriff was like... Or no, the cop. Or
Deputy.
what deputy, whatever he is. Dude in a uniform.
Deputy.
He's a doofus. Doofus in a uniform. And he's all like...
Who's been on the police force for 2 years, so he can handle it.
So,
Line from the movie.
He's just trying to get laid. Face it. He's just
trying to make himself look good for this girl. I can totally understand that. But at the same time, dude, you're a cop and there's murders.
So, but yeah, then he goes, well, I saw boot prints and wheelchair prints. And I'm just like...
Follow them.
So follow them, idiot.
Go. And we go back to the party. There's a lot of back and forth between these two houses here, which again are supposed to be on the same street, yet it takes a Jeep to get there. And this party. So they go to the party. No, wait, they go to the major's house first. Why am I forgetting that? Because it's this.
House.
Major for 5 minutes. I'm not kidding.
No.
You could cut this whole 5 minutes out of this movie. It would change nothing.
They should be like, yo, Yay!
They go back to this party and they pretty much tell everyone, look, stay in here. There's a prowler on the loose. And that's where we get our title from. But of course, the biatch already left and is now half skinny dipping in a pool.
Yeah.
She dies, and again, a very good death.
Mm-hmm.
She gets a boot to the face that knocks her back into the pool. When she gets up, she gets a knife through the throat.
She totally deserved
and
it.
it's good effects, actually, with like the knife moving on both. And then when she's under the water, you see her with the throat slit, and they're really pushing that blood out of the tube behind her out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very good death. Again, Tom Savini. The teacher comes looking for her because, again, this is a college graduation.
I don't know. I was confused.
She goes looking for her. She gets a knife through the throat. I'm starting to see a pattern now. This one's not as glamorous, not as well. It's gory, but it's not like.
But like all you basically see is like.
You see the
and then,
knife
like,
go in the throat,
blood
and it's like
on her feet. That's it.
it's red water that comes out of her throat.
Yeah.
And pan down to her white shoes. The white shoes are covered in blood. Again, that's a good scene, but the effect could have been better.
And then you
I get the feeling they just needed more kills, and they went, give me one more, and he just went, this is what I got, and that was it. So then
work with what you got.
To the police station, and that's when we get calling the sheriff for
unnecessary scene.
Then we go to the cemetery, where we find a body.
Where I get super excited.
Because she's been to this cemetery.
I recognized it from the tombstone. You can see it on the
They
street.
can't understand you. We go to this. Keep in mind, they haven't found any bodies yet. He finds his first body at this cemetery. And that's when they decide to go back to the police station. And then they go back to the Major's house. But the Major's house. This time, she finds the body of Rose in the chimney, which is the girl killed in the 1940s.
Yeah.
And he finds the Prowler, and the Prowler knocks him out. Prowler chases this girl. Again, this is not a... He destroyed this whole friggin' room that she's hiding in. Meanwhile, if she was smart, she would have ducked out a back door and been halfway across Jersey in the time it takes him to destroy this room.
Yeah, that was a lie.
And then a character we completely forgot about reappears, shoots the Prowler, only for the Prowler to get up with a double-barreled shotgun and shoot him. And that back and forth between her and the guy took real too long. Because it's supposed to be that, hey, you saved me thing, thank you, without words being said. But when you go on as long as you did, you start thinking, are they going to do something like right here on the
I know,
body?
that's what I was like.
Like, first of all, I think this guy is a little...
He was a little slow.
He was a little slow,
yeah.
Yes, this character. He was in two scenes earlier, I'm sorry. And then he shows up with a shotgun, shoots this guy, and it's like, is she going to take advantage of this dude? Is he going to take advantage of her?
Yeah,
and
then just the way that they were both looking at each other, I was like...
And then the Prowler gets up with a double-barreled shotgun, shoots him, which again, it's like, oh man, that guy's dead. He was in two scenes, and then you go, oh, the guy that slow's dead. Shot by a shotgun. I feel bad.
That was a big blood explosion, too.
It was.
That was
Savini again.
Woo, impressive.
So then it's a struggle with the Prowler, who now was shot. She managed to take half the pitchfork, put it in his back. They're struggling with this. She messes with his mask so where he can't breathe. Rips the mask off. We see the reveal. Which, if you're paying attention, I'm going to go 15 minutes in because we had that 10 minutes in the past. You know who the killer is. And then she, because he's so messed up, puts the shotgun up to his chin and pulls the trigger. She's laughing at it the whole time. I'm looking at it going, that's a Tom Savini effect. That's great. She's cracking up.
And then you're looking at me like, are you serious right now?
Because she found a head getting shot off comical. Then, it's still going. We get a drive, because of course we get a drive now.
Of course.
Because the deputy's not dead, and he's driving her back to her dorm. where the state police are there, so he's talking to them. You go on up. I gotta talk to them. They haven't discovered the other 2 friggin' bodies in her dorm yet. So she walks up there and finds the 2 bodies.
And then
that's how it ends.
Insert screaming and and then the like sad like blah music, like I'm gonna be sad.
It was there was a lot of padding in this. And yes, if you've seen My Bloody Valentine, the original, not the remake, and went, man, there's a lot of padding in this. There's a lot of padding in this.
Yeah, I think they had to.
By the way, the reason I'm bringing up My Bloody Valentine, I'm sorry to interrupt, it came out the same year as this. I think
Yes.
7, 8 months earlier?
Probably.
Something like
but
that.
But it overshadowed it, absolutely.
It overshadowed it. Well, this movie was done with $1 million budget. It didn't even make its money back.
Oh, no, not oh my God, $1 million.
I'm pretty sure all that went to Tom Savini.
No, it went to the city of Cape May.
It went to Cape May.
Who are you kidding?
It is Jersey. Yeah, we won it all.
Because Cape May, sorry, dudes, you're a bunch of sellouts. I know you.
The only reason we watched this movie is because of that fact. Because the whole thing took place in Cape May, and you got excited, so here it is.
Like I said,
Here's the Prowler.
I'm from Philly, but I grew up down there as well. My mom and I went down all year round. It's terrible down there in the winter. Don't go. There's nothing to do and you're gonna hate it. But anyway, so it's a very small town, and like you can't not, when you're from there, like you're gonna know these buildings when you see them. And the scene where they get killed, I said I knew exactly where that was. With the little gazebo and the geese and everything.
Well, you were even saying that with the dorm room kills is because you've been in that building or worked in that building.
I did not work anywhere down there. I was not allowed to get a job.
I wonder what room that is because I think I've been in that room or something like that.
Yes, because I know a lot of people that live there, and I know like a lot of ghost tour groups and stuff. So that's how I get like my information. And
now you can tell them you've seen the Prowler.
I've seen the Prowler, and I can't wait. Honest to God, I get
the feeling we're going to be doing a video of just walking around Cape May going, this is that scene in the Prowler.
Actually,
this is it over here. This is it over here.
I was just going to announce that we're going to follow up. Actually, I was thinking the weekend that I have to go down and pay my deposit for my campground. We can probably is that cool? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So we're gonna we can use our new camera too.
That's the knife scene right there.
Yes, it is.
Look at it. I don't know if you guys can see it. It has a really cool effect. Well, actually, both of those, because that's also Otto getting shot too on the back.
That's the slow guy that we were talking about there that reappears that we forgot about. But yeah, so I
whose brother? If this is Dollar Store My Bloody Valentine, his brother was Dollar Store Sid Haig.
Oh my god! Oh my god! And he did look.
Said that
we were both
when
like, oh my god, he looks like Sid Haig.
When he came on the screen, we were both like, Sid Haig's in this? I was like, Sid Haig's not in this.
No, that's not Sid Haig.
Yeah, he looked like him.
R.I.P. Sid Haig, though.
Prowler, 1981. No. I got our tagline for this for when we put it on YouTube. Cape May, the horror movie.
Yes! Oh my god,
so
no!
Cape May, the horror movie, 1981. If you got 89 minutes to kill, go watch My Bloody Valentine, because all you're going to see is walking, driving, and walking.
And I'm not going to lie, like, if you live in Cape May, it kind of is a horror movie. If you live there, you know what I'm talking about.
This is YouTube. You can find the deaths on YouTube. Go look them up. You'll save yourself a hell of a lot of time, because this is padding. This is padding.
So, like, I'm going to say probably in a couple of weeks, we will have a follow-up video.
Prowler.
On the tour.
Cape May, the horror movie. Scary. Have you ever seen Cape May, the horror movie?
Yes.
Yes, you have. Like, subscribe, notification, all that stuff. Leave in the comments some movies you want her to watch. What you want Scary to watch, because chances are I've seen them. But
you haven't seen Ponyo?
No, I've never seen Ponyo. It's one of the movies that's getting off topic, but it's one of the movies that people, hyped up so much I just never cared about it.
I have it.
Like, subscribe, notification button. That was brought up because we went shopping today. Pay no attention to the Ponyo thing.
If you want to talk about Cape May,
leave it in the comments. If you got a film for us, leave it in the comments. We'll get back to some more movies and some more food later. We got some stuff coming up. But yeah, Prowler, 81, Cape May the horror movie. Thanks, guys. See you around.